any move. All right. Then I guess I'll open it up for any questions. Anything you got, Ryder?
What goes through your head before a match?
Nice. I would say two sayings go through my head before a match. One would be hard, smart takedown turn, meaning I want to go hard, but I want to be smart about it. I don't want to be, over aggressive, and it's got to be kind of calculated, but obviously going at that hard, intense pace. And the takedown turn is what I want to do. I want to get my takedown right in my turns. And the other saying is no one outworks me, sprint the mile, machine gun mindset. No one outworks me means exactly what it says. I believe that no one in the world does as many workouts that I do. No one in the world puts the work in and believes, in my training as much as I do. So, and then machine gun mindset. If you're in a gunfight and there's a machine gun and a one-shot pistol, what are you taking? You're taking the machine gun, right? Exactly. So in a match, that's my mindset. I want to take as many shots as possible, and that'll give me a better chance of scoring and getting a takedown. And then I said, sprint the mile, machine gun mindset. Sprint the mile. So sprint the mile basically means if the match is a mile, I'm going to sprint the whole time. My same pace in the first 30 seconds is the same as the last. One thing we always see is the guy's down by one with like 20 seconds, and he puts on that last rush, and he's firing off shots and going crazy because he's losing. And I'm like, well, why doesn't that guy wrestle like that from the start? And that's what I want to do, have that pace the whole time. So those two sayings in my head, and they all have a meaning. So that's what's going through it. But anyone wants? Yeah.
What's your diet like?
Diet. That's a good one. So I have two different diets. They're basically the same, just a little different. So probably 80 to 85% of the year, I am not watching my weight. I watch my weight for normally 3 events, 4 at the most. Normally Super 32, that's a really big one. For the World Team Trials, and for, I guess, this year Worlds, and then sometimes States. This year I didn't, but sometimes States. So I don't really watch my weight that much. I'm not going to cut 10 to 20 pounds like some of these extreme weight cutters. I just don't think that's what you should do. So during those times, when I'm not cutting weight, I'm pounding the proteins, pounding my green drink. I know it tastes bad, but I know what it's doing for me. So I'm pounding my green drinks. I'm eating as much protein as I can get in, and just making healthy decisions. If you can have ice cream, I'm not saying you can't have any of that stuff, but you can have it, every once in a while. But just making good decisions, eating your fruits, your vegetables, and definitely getting your protein in though. And when I am cutting weight, I do the same thing. I just don't eat as much. I feel like there's a theory out there of lose all water weight, and it's absolutely false. It's completely terrible for you, and it's really miserable. Definitely miserable, and you don't want to do it. I think the best way to cut weight and diet is, less calories in, more calories out. If you're putting, you're working hard and you're losing a lot of calories, burning a lot of fat, you don't have to lose as much water weight, and it won't be as miserable. So I think smaller meals when I'm cutting, but on my diet when I'm not, is eating as much protein as possible, and always chugging water. It's a big one. Here.
I have 2 questions. How many state championships have you won, and the moves that you taught today, how many did you use in a match?
I've used every one of those moves in a match a lot of times. I've drilled those thousands of times, and I won 7 state titles, MPA. Yeah, right.
Where do you want to go when you grow up?
For college?
Yeah.
For college? That's a good one.
Oh, it's hard hitting here, huh? Go ahead, putting you on the spot, Bo.
Yeah, so Big Ten is the premier conference. You got schools like Penn State, Ohio State, Iowa, Purdue, Northwestern, Wisconsin, Nebraska. All those schools are obviously that's the place you want to be, the big conference. But I really like my top probably 5-ish is probably about Penn State, Iowa, Ohio State. I like Cornell because my cousin's going there, and it's a good Ivy League school. And then Oklahoma State, I was with John Smith all over last week, and I was also with John Reeder, who's the Wisconsin head coach. So there's a lot of different colleges, and I love them all. So I don't know right now.
What's your workout like through the week? How many practices do you take per week?
So a normal day during season, in the school season, is obviously I do my 5 a.m. workout before school. I go to school all day. I come home, I do a college practice. Then I go to my strength practice, and then I go to my club practice. So 4 a day. and then on Tuesdays it's 3-day. Tuesdays, so Mondays, Wednesdays, 4-day, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 3-day, and then Fridays hit or miss if we're not competing. Probably like 1 or 2 that night, and then the weekends is also changed up. But in the summer, we do a lot of classes, but I mean you have a lot more time, so a lot of more time to recover and stuff. So probably like 4 or 5 a day in the summers when I'm home. 'Cause not home much, but
What age did you start wrestling?
6 years old. I went to my first practice when I was 5. I watched it, and 6 years old I started wrestling around.
Do you think your brother is as good as you?
At this point, I'd say no. But when I was 12, it'd be a really good match, me versus him, because he's only 12. I'm 14. I'm a little bit bigger and stuff, so I would say no right now. But when I was 12, it'd be a good match. Yes.
Do you like wrestling?
Yeah, I love wrestling. It's there's no place I'd rather be than in a wrestling room, helping out little guys and working to get better myself. I love it more than anything. So, any other questions? No. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for having me. Like I said, I really do appreciate it. Part of the journey starts tomorrow night. I'll be flying out to Mexico City for the Pan Ams. Wrestle Wednesday, Saturday. Make sure you try to watch on Flow. There's going to be a lot of good wrestling all the way through the week, not just Wednesday and Saturday. So it's going to be some high-level stuff, and I hope to come home with 2 golds. Yeah.
So do they have them things on TV when they do the little wrestling thing that you're going to, or no?
Yeah. So Flow Wrestling, yeah, it can be on TV. It can be on a computer, phone. Really nowadays with technology, man, it could be anywhere. Projector. Be on a whiteboard somehow, on a mat, anywhere you want it to be. It could be anywhere, but yeah. So you can put it on TV, yeah. But yeah. So if you do want a video of me still hitting that tilt because maybe you just forget something, there's always videos out there. Rockfin I know has it. I know Jody Stripmatter posted it. I'm sure it's probably on YouTube somewhere. And just if you want to see it, you can try to find it in one of my matches. Yeah, so if you have any questions, just reach out to me on Instagram or anywhere you can reach out. You can reach out to my dad or whatever. I'm happy to help, and yeah, thanks again for having me, and really do appreciate it, so thank you.
Let's give a big round of applause.